Hey, I'm Tyler, or Coach Ty, and I'm here to help you, creative soul, feel stronger and happier in your body so you can do what you love and get your groove on. But what happens when you, one, never feel like you had a groove before, or two, you feel like you need to get that groove back? And we all fall off of a fitness groove. Today, that's what I'm going to talk about is your fitness groove. The next live, I'm going to go into like what a groove is, and I'm really excited about that. But let me talk about this so you can get a sense of what I'm saying. When I say groove, I mean something consistent, right? You may have been consistent or may have been trying to be consistent, but you dagnammit, you just can't do it. You just can't. And let me tell you what I would do if I were getting back into my fitness groove, which I've done many times. And most fitness professionals have. Not everyone is just doing it consistently. All life happens, something happens, or you got to switch up your schedule, or, you know what I'm saying? For example, I'm going to go over one of my clients before I start on myself, just so you can see what I'm up to. One of my clients, he's great. He's been staying consistent for probably like 6 months with outside of me. Like, we train, but then he's been programming his own stuff. My assistant had been, my client has been like designing his own workouts based off the stuff we've been doing. I didn't tell him to do that. He decided to do that on his own, and he's been kind of sticking with it. And then something happened. Two things happened. He injured his foot, right? And then another life-changing thing happened. And so he fell off a little bit, and it was so daunting because you feel like you got to start all over and you got to figure it out again. And he started doing gardening work. Not just gardening, landscaping his backyard. So I told him, I was like, that's a workout within itself. How about you do your workout, like a quick 30-minute workout before you do your landscaping so you're nice and warmed up. And so that's what he's been doing to get back in his groove. He's taken something he's already interested in and just attaching his workout to that. So he found a groove in his taking care of his house, his yard, and he attached his workout to it. So let me tell you what I would do to get back into the fitness groove. I would do something similar. I would find things I already do consistently or I'm already excited about doing, and then I would attach my fitness routine to that. So I fell off my fitness groove actually a couple months ago. I wrote and produced and performed in a live show in June. And now, as you can imagine, that took a lot of energy. A lot. Maybe I'm still recovering. But during that time, it was kind of easy to keep going because I had to rehearse. And I just attached my rehearsal. So I had choreography in the show. So I just did the choreography as part of my workout. I rehearsed the choreography as part of my workout. Okay. So now that the show's over, I really felt so burnt out. I didn't want to work out. I didn't want to do anything like that. My body was spent. So I gave myself a week of not worrying about working out. But then getting back into that groove was tough because I knew that I wanted to be consistent for you on here, on social media, consistent with my clients, new clients that I have. And just doing this whole online fitness thing is very new to me. So, like, how do I squeeze? I don't want to feel like I'm squeezing my workout in my life. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that was a tough one. And what I did, I just started really light. I started super light. Maybe 20 minutes of core work. Like, not even having to go to the gym, not even leaving my house unless I wanted to. that really helped me kind of get into the groove. And I suggest that for you. Anybody who is saying that they don't have energy or time, just give yourself 15, 20 minutes. Just 15, let's say 15 minutes. Because for core work, you don't necessarily need to warm up. A lot of time, the core work, the exercising your core, is a warm up for a bigger thing. So you could just do that. So 1, core work for short spurts. 2, go on more walks. Walk to do stuff. So what really helped me was when I would go grocery shopping, I would park far away from the grocery store, and I would walk for about 10-15 minutes before I went into the grocery store. I would walk around the plaza, around the block, whatever. And that helped me kind of get into the swing of things too. So these are things that I were doing. You don't have to be a full-on athlete to go right into full athlete mode. Well, really at all, but especially if you're trying to inch back into your groove. So walking, doing those core exercises really helped. And then I started figuring out time. Like, okay, what time feels good? A lot of time is if you work from home, it could be tough because you're working from home. Luckily, sometimes I have to go out to see my clients. So I'll be like, let me do my workout after I see my clients. 1, I'm already inspired from training them. 2, I might like move around with them a little bit. And then 3, I'm already out. So let me just do this thing. Right, I'm already in the mood. But what happens when you're at home? There's a lot of times where I'm working from home and I don't have to leave the house. I think you should leave the house. Take a walk. Take a walk. Go outside. Right now it's summer. You can go outside. Stop pushing yourself. This is not the time to push yourself. If you already lost your groove or you feel like you never had a groove, this is not your time to push in. It's your time to think, okay, what comes naturally to me and how can I attach a movement or exercise, working out, whatever, training to that, to something that I'm already doing. You're not trying to break a world record here. We're just trying to get back into it. So you gotta stop pushing. You gotta stop pushing yourself to do stuff you don't want to do, because that's not sustainable. I know people are like, "Oh, you gotta have discipline if you want to stay motivated. You gotta do it anyway." Sometimes, yes. Sometimes I do think that is good advice. But check in with yourself. If you keep saying, "No, I'm not gonna do this. No, I'm not gonna do this. No, I'm not gonna do this." If you keep quote unquote failing, you might think you're a failure, and then you just can't be consistent. That's not true. You're just going about it all wrong. Stop pushing. Start flowing so you can groove. As you get into the groove changes, right? You're dancing, you're grooving, and then the groove might change. And then that's when you can evolve with it. So maybe these 15-minute core exercises start to make you curious about moving your legs. So then you add some leg work into that. You got your 15-minute core exercises. You add some legs in there. It might turn into a 20, 25-minute workout. Or you might swap it out for legs. But you just start getting curious about what you can do with your body to train. You do not have to be like all gung-ho and rah, and doing a bunch of stuff you don't feel like doing. Okay? That is the key here. Stop pushing in order to stay consistent. Pushing yourself does not work. Pushing my clients don't even work. I don't push my clients. I ask questions. I make suggestions. But I will not push them. We got to find something that's already there and just kind of latch on to it and watch as it grows. And then you'll start to feel like your body will start to feel attached to this rhythm that you created for your fitness groove. And then once that happens, your body won't let you not be consistent. It'll be like, hey, I need some movement. Hey, I need to do this. And you'll respect it and you'll listen to it and you'll do it. Listening to your body also means listening to it when it wants to move, not just like when you're tired or when you want to take a nap. It also means honoring the movement that it wants to do. Yesterday, I really wanted to dance yesterday. Yesterday was so busy. I could feel my body. I could feel the spirals in my muscle pattern, like itching to dance. And I didn't give it to it. And I woke up this morning so sleepy, and I bet it's because I didn't dance. I don't know. I've been tired. This week was a lot. But still, like, what if I did let that energy go? Because my body was itching for it because it usually gets it. But it didn't yesterday. So that's me not being in my groove because I was too busy. I mean, I still worked out, but I really wanted to dance. And I didn't allow myself to. So, that is what I would do to get my fitness groove back. I'm going to go over it. 1, I would take walks. Walks do wonders, y'all. You be counting your steps with that machine. Go ahead. Walks. 2, short bursts of movement. I would choose core because you can lie down and do it. And it feels a little more gentle. And there's always breath associated with it. But you still get some strength going. And 3, stop pushing yourself to be consistent. The more you push, the more you resist. We're humans. Resistance is normal. Don't give yourself a reason to resist. Stop pushing. Stop pushing. Stop pushing. And I know that's not what you're used to hearing, especially in the fitness industry. Everyone's like, ugh, you gotta push. You gotta push. Like, okay, what are you, in labor? Like, no. Consistency is about consistency. Not about intensity. Not about what exercises you're doing. And that's what we're after. We're after staying consistent. That's the goal. That is the goal. If you have a different goal attached to that right now, that's a different story. If you're training for something specific, then consistency, a lot of time, is usually a bit easier. And that's why the fitness industry wants to sell people weight loss and glute building and ab building and things like that, because there's a tangible result to the consistency, which makes people be consistent. But I'm not going to do that to you. I'm not going to try to sell you on some dream body or something like that, obviously, right? I'm selling you a way to get back into yourself through consistency. So if that's what they're after, that's what you want to do, you should definitely DM me, because I'm throwing a party. It's called your Turn Your Workouts into Play party. This is how you can get in the fitness groove, is finding your way to play. Finding your keyword is your way to play. And play doesn't have to be super intense. You could do it on the floor and do some crunches or something. So DM me party, the word party. If you want to get on this guest list and be one of the first people to know when I open the doors to this party, it's going to be on Facebook group. There's a virtual party. And it's 10 to 12 days. I haven't decided if it's 10 or 12 days. I'm still kind of organizing it. But you're going to learn how to start incorporating more cardio in an enjoyable way. You're going to learn how to be consistent and not think about the intensity. So finding out how you're feeling and matching your workouts to your mood. You're going to find out how to play some fitness games with yourself so it's not daunting. So you can turn it into literally play and play a game. So there's all kinds of things that you can do to turn your workouts into play so you can get your groove on. All right? I will be going over that more and more. So have a wonderful weekend. If you're watching this later, have a wonderful weekend anyway. And peace. Keep playing. Keep grooving.